complete syllabus of science. What are the exact chapters of our science? Okay, these are some of the deleted chapters of our science. What these lenses? Why am I wearing this specs? We will study all about that. We have played with magnets, so we'll study how exactly those magnets works, what are their applications, their functions and all that stuff. Periodic classification of elements, you know that huge periodic table, that completely is gone. Hello everyone, welcome to Diksha Vedantu. I'm your teacher Aditi, and today in this video I'm going to tell you complete syllabus of science for class 10th for your session 2026-2027. Okay, whether there are any changes in the syllabus, what are the high weightage chapters, what are the high weightage topics, so that you can also top in your class 10th. So let's dive deep into with the first, what are the exact chapters of our science. To look into that, let's see what are the units we have. The syllabus of 10th class science is divided into total of 5 units. Okay, you have chemical substance, nature and behavior. Definitely we can say it is chemistry. Okay, so from chemistry you will be getting 25 marks. Total you have 100 marks. Out of that 100 marks, 20 will be your internal assessment. Now 80 is in your hand. 80 marks are the ones which you will get from studying these chapters, giving the theory marks. Okay, now chemistry, first chemical reactions and substances, so this will come off 25 marks. Then moving on to world of living, which is your biology. Okay, this is chemistry. This is chemistry. Now this world of living will be your biology. This is bio. Okay, then natural phenomena is your physics, and effects of current is also physics. So we have 2 chapters of 2 units of physics, 1 unit of bio and 1 unit of chemistry. From chemistry you will be getting 25 marks of paper. From bio again 25 marks of paper. From physics again you will get 12 plus 13, again 25 marks of paper. But one more unit is there, that is your natural resources. What will be in this unit? It's just a small unit, 5 numbers. Let's see what exactly the chapters are there in these units. Okay, so first of all, let's look into the chemistry part. So the first chapter you will be studying is chemical reactions and equations. You will study about what kind of chemical reactions are there, some very basic ones, not difficult ones, very basic ones, how they react with each other, how chemicals react with each other, how we balance those chemical reactions. So that will be done in this chapter. Then moving on to acid, bases and salts. Basically, what are acid, what are bases, what are salts, how are salts formed, how these acid and bases react with certain substances, litmus paper tests and all that stuff we will be doing in this chapter. Then metals and non-metals, basically the properties of metals and non-metals, the applications of metals and non-metals. Okay, then carbon and its compounds. This is a very important chapter and a very, I'll say, very interesting chapter, because carbon is a compound which reacts with everything almost. Okay, so we'll study deep into it. All these chapters we'll study completely one by one, very lovely way. Okay, next we have biology. Now whoever of you want to be a doctor, these chapters are very important. Okay, now first we will study about a very basic, that is life processes. Okay, how the life is created, what are the cells, what are tissues and all that stuff we will study in life processes. Then we have control and coordination in animals and plants, how the nerves are connected, how animals and plants function, what are their functioning towards the environment, in the environment. Okay, then we have reproduction and then we have heredity and evolution. Although in heredity and evolution, the evolution chapter is completely deleted, so we just have heredity in this syllabus right now. Okay, in reproduction we'll study how organisms reproduce and all that stuff. Okay, then moving on to, okay, these are some of the deleted chapters of our science. Let's look at the physics first, then I'll go back to this. Now in physics is going to be very interesting. The phenomena, the chapters are going to be so interesting, you'll be hooked to the whole chapter, right? Let's say for the first unit at least. So the first unit will be light, reflection and refraction. We'll study about mirrors, we'll study about these lenses, we'll study about some amazing phenomena that are happening on the earth, sunrise, sunset, blue colors, red color, okay, all that stuff. stuff. So that is in light, but this will also have ray diagrams. You might have heard from your seniors that ray diagrams are scary. So, but when Aditi ma'am is here, there is no fear. Okay, so light we will study in a very good manner. Then we have human eye. What are the functioning of human eye? What are the parts of human eye? What are their exact functions? How do we see objects? What these lenses? Why am I wearing this specs? We will study all about that. Okay, then we have another unit for physics, and in that unit we'll study about electricity. Okay, we'll study about electricity, the wires, how the current is passing through them, charges, potential difference. Seems like big terms. No worry, don't worry, I'm here. Okay, then electricity, then magnetic effects of electric current. You have played with magnets, right? You have played with magnets, so we'll study how exactly those magnets works, what are their applications, their functions, and all that stuff. Okay, now this is your exact syllabus. We have 4 chapters of physics, we have 4 chapters of biology, and then we have 4 chapters of chemistry. Now one more thing that is left, that is your natural resources. Okay, your natural resources unit 4, that is our environment. So we'll study about exact environment. There is the layers in our environment, stratosphere, stratosphere, ionosphere, and all that stuff. Okay, we'll study about food chains. 1 or 2 numericals might come from this chapter. So all that we will do in this unit. Now let's talk about what are some of the deleted chapters and deleted topics that your seniors had to study. Okay, so some of the chapters were, so in total periodic classification of elements, you know that huge periodic table, that completely is gone. So you need not to worry about that. Okay, then we have sources of energy, that chapter is completely gone, and sustainable management of resources, that chapter is also completely gone. Few of the topics, as I said, in bio, evolution is deleted, right? Now in physics, we had so many topics before, all of these are deleted. Those were electromagnetic induction, Fleming's right hand rule. Fleming's left hand rule is still there, but right hand rule is deleted. Okay, then electric generator and electric motor and electromagnetic induction, all these are deleted. So this was your complete syllabus. Now these are just 15 chapters, but you might get stuck if you start studying by the end. So we are here, we are going to start one-shots, rapid revisions, all those lives very soon on this channel. So make sure you're subscribing this channel, share this video with your class, with your friends, so that they also know what they are getting into. This is kind of, I call it a battle, the class 10th, and you should know what your enemy is, right? So this video was for that. This is your enemy. These are the chapters you have to tackle, and I am here. Your Aditi ma'am is with you, and we will do it one by one, very carefully. And I hope by the end of this, you will fall in love in science. Love with science. You will fall in love with science. Okay, that is it for this video. Make sure you subscribe this channel because we are in this together. Okay, we are going to ace our class 10th boards. So subscribe the channel, like this video, and share this video definitely with your friends, with your cousins, and I'll see you in the next one.